Greetings everyone, welcome back to Lamech's Effects. As you can see from the title, I'm taking a break from making videos about Final Fantasy X indefinitely. Now, indefinitely doesn't mean permanently, it just means I don't know exactly when I'll get back to it. I have made over, 30 videos about Final Fantasy X and the biblical references I could find, and the idea was to start from the beginning and play every scene in the game in order and find the references. However, after doing that, I've barely gotten past the Blitzball tournament. I mean, we just won that thing. But anyway, the real reason is I can't make these videos every week because of the length. So I want time to write the scripts for Final Fantasy X and to actually make these videos. If you have seen my last Waka video, it seemed very artistic, very emotional. And I can write that way now because I've explained all the basic knowledge you need to know about the Bible and the game. But I can't do that every week. So taking a break from publishing Final Fantasy X videos will give me time to write this way. Speaking of which, I won't do videos weekly anymore. They will now be every 2 weeks. Another reason I want to have my scripts written ahead of time is people like to argue without researching the topic. So I need to either make sure the answer is in the video or refrain from what people would think is wrong. For example, I once said that Aeons are gods of different races of people, and the fact that Yuna prays to them is a sin, and someone commented that Yuna never prayed to the Aeons. Now, because we had only just learned what an Aeon was, as far as the game was concerned, I didn't explain everything about an Aeon. I wanted to stick to what we already knew if you were new to the series. I didn't want to jump ahead. In fact, there are still things that I haven't covered now. Yet, if he had just waited until I made the Kilika video, he would have heard Waka say,
So what's Yuna doing in there?
She prays with all her heart for a way to defeat sin.
And Lulu say,
Now they live forever, trapped in statues. But when a summoner beckons, the souls of the faith emerge once again. That's what we call an Aeon.
So, unfortunately, usually, I need to think about people who want to argue without understanding the topic fully and address the opposition. That's why you often hear me say, I know many of you are thinking such and such. Not only that, some people just argue because their sins were pointed out, which is very difficult to avoid because by nature of the game Final Fantasy X, we can't go very long without speaking about sin. Literally, in this game, everything revolves around sin. What is sin? Why does it attack us? How do we beat it? Everything revolves around sin. So, since I'm actually answering why sin is around, I will inevitably point out the sins of the people of Spirit, and thus the sins of my viewers. Can't really get around that. With Lulu, I insulted almost all Western women and said they're just like her and therefore not marriage material. Then I said Lulu is better than them because she actually changed, whereas Western women would not change. I also said that Yuna is better than all these women as well because she's actually kind. And I was going to say the same thing about Belgemine and that she was kind and wise. I also insulted all of Christianity when I spoke of the Yemenite religion, and I spoke against Romans and Roman Catholicism. And while many people don't like these topics, this game gave me reasons to talk about all these things, or else I wouldn't have. They are part of the world building. Yes, I know there are people who don't care that I'm giving out all these judgments, but if I'm going to reach those people, I need more views. Then, after I have a loyal fan base, I'll go back to our normal way of doing things. Also, my channel isn't just a Final Fantasy X channel. I need to cover other things. For example, look at my logo. You see a game controller, so you know I do video games. However, you also see a film strip. That's why I did Snow White and The Little Mermaid, because I also talk about movies, or at least I should. And these notes are because I should talk about music or finding some interesting hidden references in there. And that is what I'm going to do. I'm going to start talking about all these things. There's a song called A Stray Child from Dot Hack Sign that I've wanted to talk about. I really want to do it. I wanted to do this for a very long time. In fact, I want to explain the Book of Twilight from Dot Hack Confection. But first, I need to finish that Chronicles of Narnia series. I said I'd do it, so I will. So, one reason I'm taking a break from Final Fantasy X is to do these videos from other media. Which brings me to my next reason. I want to make shorter videos. With Final Fantasy X, I must explain everything. If you watch my other videos, you learn about history, science, religion, and even the English language, because apparently people don't speak English. And making these things takes a while. And I need extra time to prove everything that I say. Taking this extra time also makes my videos longer. Because when people were in a Christian church for some reason, no one asked any questions. But I have to answer questions even before they're even asked. Other topics and other games will allow me to make short observations. Things I can say quickly and no one will object to. And if they do object, I could answer objections with just another short video. Like if I said the Book of Twilight is the Bible. If anyone objects to it, I'll just use a scene from the databug to show what the Book of Twilight actually does. And if anyone asks why the bad guys have a version of the Bible in that game, a short video will explain that too. So, no more 15-minute videos. So, long story short, I want more time to write these episodes better, but each one takes too long. Also, I want to talk about other things for a while and increase my audience and get more views. In any case, my very next video will be another long one. I'll be doing the first episode of that Chronicles of Narnia series. And by the time I'm done, you'll think the movie is so racist, or you'll think that I'm racist for even seeing these things. Anyway, the script is done, all I need are the video clips. So if you're interested in seeing how changing the race of the characters in the Chronicles of Narnia will change the story, then I'll see you next time on Lamech's Effects.